Looks like everything's looking good. It's Volothan Modulus Tautology with another program for you. All right. I'll do the intro and all that craziness at a later date. I ain't got time for all that. Y'all know what I'm bringing. I'm bringing it straightforward to you. That way, I jump on. It's empathy or sympathy, and then keep it moving. All right. It's your choice. The choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. That's hip hop at its core. And I'm staying on topic, right? The topic is still the same. It's Barack Obama. Just keep it straight. You know what I mean? But let Barack do his thing. You know what I mean? It's been overdue. You know, but I'm not here to jump on you today. You know, he's at the top of the list. He was the president of the United States, so he should be at the top of the list. Then Trump, well, Biden, then Trump, because it's Trump again right now. So right now, we as foundational Black Americans, our focus is all right. In order to fix everything that happened to us over these past 4 years, 5 years, you know what I mean? That we've been blaming Biden for it. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to blame Biden. Now that Trump is the president, we're not supposed to blame Trump. We're supposed to ask Trump to cut the check so we can fix it, right? That's not what the African diaspora or I don't even like saying the African diaspora. The Africans, they're not, no, they're asking for Trump to cut the check for themselves, not for foundational Black Americans. We done fell for the banana in the tailpipe already for too many times. Right? So that's why we on code. Foundational Black Americans, we on code. Y'all Africans, y'all ain't on code. And y'all part of the problem, you know? I didn't get me something to drink, but I can run off because I got 2 good videos for y'all today. And as you can see, I'm gonna do a pocket stables horse race just to demonstrate the things that I want to do with my channel. I wanna do game theory. I wanna do group theory. I wanna talk about either the empathy or sympathy of colors. The emotions behind colors. And therein is how art really functions like as something to be appreciated. We're foundational Black Americans. We're not appreciated right now, and we just been keeping it 100, and we staying on code. African Americans, not on code. It's just keeping it 100. And in fact, that's the title of this episode. Not episode, program. To title today's program, even though I'm doing, pocket stables, you know what I mean? It's for the children. It's a nice little video game. But this is more for the adults. Because it is, I guess, simulating gambling. You don't want the kids to be gambling, you know what I mean? But we're going to be doing it kind of with play money. As you can see, the odds. Jackal is 6-1. Westerly is 5-3. Looper is 5-1. Plucky North is 3-2. All or Nothing is 3-1. And the Caprice is 5-1. So put your bets in, your mental bets in, because we're not doing RMTs. That's an acronym for real money transactions. That's not what we're doing over here. Yes, eventually, if I can get enough people that's involved with Animal Crossing, for example, I could do like a bells giveaway or something like that. Like, hey, I'll come to you, if whatever you win or whatever, put your bet in, I'll bring you some bells or something like that. That way we're not utilizing RMT, real money transaction. We're making another game a part of the game inside of the game for the game. You know what I mean? Like that's what the internet is supposed to be. It's just that we're dealing with the judicial system and the executive, and the Congress, the legislative, and they they playing a dangerous game. That's the ideology rush. As you can see at the top of the screen, ideology rush. That's another game on my phone. Pocket Stables is actually available on my phone. I've been playing it on my Switch OLED. I bought it for $5 on sale. It was on it's on my phone app for $5.99. That's like the normal price. For some reason, Nintendo charges more, but you can't catch them on sale for less than the regular price. Nintendo actually raised the price of the. Well, this is the rumor, but I haven't double checked. But they're raising all the prices of the Switches, Switch Ones. So now the original Switch One, instead of being 200, is now 230. So they raised it $30. Like, seriously, Nintendo, I'm trying to get people to buy more Switches. That way, we can become the all-time selling system of all time to break 160 million. I think right now they're at 154 million or 155 million. So they need 5 more million, units to sell, and they're going to be the all-time selling system. Because technically, yes, the PlayStation 2 is still selling, but it's only what registered ones that somebody has that's never been opened with Sony, kind of a thing. So they only can max out whatever their max out number is. Nintendo probably already passed their max out number by having, say, 165 million units in the stores of all time or whatever. He's just selling through, is all they got to do now. But they raised the price to sell through. That's why it's kind of funny. And I hope my little business, and I'm kind of trying to keep it as small and linear as possible. That way it's not as confusing when you start dealing with curves, like the sine and cosine and tangent curves. Then people get a little like, wait a minute, what are you talking about now? It's like, all right, now we got to bring in a more accurate way of measuring it, versus linear algebra. Now you got to bring in a calculus ideology. And now we're finding limits of, the derivative of a function over intervals to get the area, or to be able to look at tangent lines as they move along the curve. Woo. Now, what did I just mean by that? Just a little bit of this, the mathematical knowledge is there. How do I translate that to people that don't understand 6-to-1 odds? Say 61 odds on Jackal means if you put $1 down, Jackal wins, you win $6. All right. Waterly is 3 to 5 to 3. So put $3 down, you win 5. Okay, and we'll go deeper into that and how it translates from going from linear to more of a curve kind of a function. So, focus. We are talking about the title of the show today. Boycotters are the traitors to our God. Yes, boycotters are the traitors to our God. Not traitors, they're the traitors, right? Because what we're supposed to be trading is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. There it is. Y'all talking about money all the time. I'm talking about, I just gave you some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of mathematical understanding. I'm trying to get to the point where I can say epistemology and you understand what I'm saying, and how STEM is within the epistemology, and then now I'm talking about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics of life. That's hip hop. So the 2 videos that I'm going to show is going to expose the hypocrisy of Barack Obama. There it is. I'm just keeping it as forefront to you as possible, right? Barack Obama needs to just shut up. The Democratic Party will burn down, because that's what Martin Luther King said before they shot him. It's a burning house. Let it burn down, right? It was like he was talking about the whole White House. No, he's not. Most of them jumped over to the Republican side already anyway, including Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a Democrat. I hear you. Like he's not a Democrat. He's a Republican now. He's a conservative. No, he's not a conservative. He's a liberal capitalist. He's trying to liberate his people and get them some cash so that we can rebuild our country. Right? And we as foundational Black Americans have been here prior to 1526. So we, as foundational Black Americans, we need you to cut the check so that we can finally build our nation again. We're tired of being discriminated against. If we're telling you our date is 1526 and next year is 2026, that's 500 years of socioeconomic discrimination against my people. I'm not here to argue with Africans or Jamaicans or Venezuelans about what this government owes us. I'm here to just tell you that they owe us some cash so that we can fix our community, which will help our consciousness and which will give strength to our culture. There it is. There it is. So I'm just going to run the videos back to back. The first one is going to be Michelle Obama. Let the Black woman speak. The second one is going to be another lawyer. All right? Yeah, Dennis Sperling. Uncle D, they calling him. He's really, I call him little brother, D. Because I think I got him by a couple years. But, and lawyers can be the most corrupt. They are the most corrupt people on the planet. That's why they're the politicians. Most politicians are lawyers. You don't have to be a lawyer to be a politician. Yes, you should have some lawyers in your circle to help you deal with the art of logical thinking or the laws of reasoning, because that's what the lawyer is supposed to be a master at. Instead, we have lawyers that are master at deception, destruction of the people. We the people. And that has to change. That has to change. So I already gave you, looks like 15 minutes of overtime. I'm trying to do it less than 30. All right, so I'm just going to let the video run. Enjoy this little, little yada yada. And hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And I'll talk more in detail about these videos and what's really going on in our country at a later date. And at the end, I'm going to end with the horse race. And in that way, we can, enjoy the rest of the day. So, give me 2 seconds and here it goes, okay?
Kamala Harris and I built our lives on those same foundational values. Even though our mothers grew up an ocean apart, they shared the same belief in the promise of this country. That's why her mother moved here from India at 19. It's why she taught Kamala about justice, about the obligation to lift others up, about our responsibility to give more than we take. She'd often tell her daughter, "Don't sit around and complain about things, do something." So, with that voice in her head, Kamala went out and she worked hard in school, graduating from an HBCU, earning her law degree at a state school. And then she went on to work for the people, fighting to hold lawbreakers accountable, strengthening the rule of law, fighting to get folks better wages, cheaper prescription drugs, a good education, decent health care, child care, elder care. From a middle-class household, Kamala worked her way up to become Vice President of the United States of America. My girl, Kamala Harris, is more than ready for this moment. She is one of the most qualified people ever to seek the office of the presidency. And she is one of the most dignified. A tribute to her mother, to my mother, and to your mother too. The embodiment of the stories we tell ourselves about this country. Her story is your story. It's my story. It's the story of the vast majority of Americans trying to build a better life. Look, Kamala knows, like we do, that regardless of where you come from, what you look like, who you love, how you worship, or what's in your bank account, we all deserve the opportunity to build a decent life. All of our contributions deserve to be accepted and valued. Because no one has a monopoly on what it means to be an American. No one. Kamala has shown her allegiance to this nation, not by spewing anger and bitterness, but by living a life of service and always pushing the doors of opportunity open to others. She understands that most of us will never be afforded the grace of failing forward. We will never benefit from the affirmative action of generational wealth. If we bankrupt a business or choke in a crisis, we don't get a second, third, or fourth chance. If things don't go our way, we don't have the luxury of whining or cheating others to get further ahead. No. We don't get to change the rules so we always win. If we see a mountain in front of us, we don't expect there to be an escalator waiting to take us to the top. No. We put our heads down. We get to work. In America, we do something. And throughout her entire life, that's what we've seen from Kamala Harris. The steel of her spine, the steadiness of her upbringing, the honesty of her example, and yes, the joy of her laughter and her light. It couldn't be more obvious. Of the two major candidates in this race, only Kamala Harris truly understands the unseen labor and unwavering commitment that has always made America great. Now,
hey man, I'll do what I do.
Oh, listen up.
The legacy of slavery and Jim Crow. That's why we have civil rights laws.
Yes.
That's why we have affirmative action and set-asides. But then suddenly one day, out of the blue, people used to talk about integration all the time. It was integration. You don't discriminate against black people, which we had to spend 100 years teaching the Democrats not to do. But that is all about American blacks. It's not about someone who has never set foot in this country before. It's
Somebody say American blacks. That's what it's about. Okay? It's about American blacks. Not all you blacks. Not all the blacks. Look, she said, it's not about all the blacks. It's about American blacks. We got our own blacks over here in America. We don't need all these other blacks. We don't need Jamaican blacks and Trinidadian blacks and Ghanaian blacks and South African blacks. We got our blacks. Okay? We did what we were supposed to do for our American blacks. Okay? That's what she said. I'm using her words. Don't play with me. I'm using her words, American blacks. All right? Not all you other blacks. But keep listening to the white woman. Go ahead.
Liberals who are the racists who say, oh, you're all brown, we're going to treat you like American blacks. And it's really kind of shocking. I mean, I don't know if probably maybe some of you know this. Jesse Jackson used to stand at the border denouncing the illegal immigrants coming across. Cesar Chavez denounced them as wetbacks.
They denounced them. You hear that, Jesse Jackson? They rolled Jesse Jackson out a couple of weeks back. Jesse can't even speak good no more. You understand? Julio Cesar Chavez. He was a Mexican workers, farm workers, right? He didn't want the immigrants coming, illegal immigrants coming over here. So you got Julio Cesar Chavez, Jesse Jackson, and Ann Coulter all saying the same thing I'm saying. That's the Rainbow Coalition that you got. Nobody thinks, okay, that illegal immigrants are supposed to be able to come over here and poop out a baby, and that baby is supposed to have citizenship. Cut it out. Now, I'm enjoying myself, okay? But we're going to get down to some serious business in a minute. And I'm trying to stop yelling at the screen while the people are talking. I'm doing my best. You see, it just had a negative, it had a bad effect on my youngest child. He wants to talk to me during the movies, and then he wants to sit right next to me. He could have sat on the other side of his brother and talked to him the whole time, but he won't talk to me, okay? So I understand how you feel. I know you don't like me interrupting these videos, but I can't help myself, okay? I can't help. I got to scream at the internet when people say something stupid, okay? But let's continue. Amen.
Driving down the wages of the poor. But today, you can arrive from, the Sudan. Yesterday, you will get affirmative action applying to college. You will get affirmative action applying for government business loans. The 14th Amendment was about one thing, again, utterly insulting to black Americans. The 14th Amendment, why was that passed? So that someday La Raza could usher across Mexican women who were 8.5 months pregnant. They could drop a baby and say, you didn't catch me. I'm an American citizen now. No, people don't put trap doors in a constitution. A secret trapdoor. Ooh, this will surprise them. To get an amendment passed, you need a mass feeling about a big thing. We had just fought a civil war to force, again, the Democrats to stop enslaving blacks. The 14th Amendment is absolutely exclusively about black Americans. That's what it's about. And by the way, it's not about gay marriage either, but they're at least gay Americans. Here we're talking about people who've never set foot on U.S. soil before, playing a game of Red Rover with our Border Patrol for the most precious possession in the universe, citizenship in this country.
That's right. Tell them, white woman. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
Latinos, Africans,
no ring.
Who is foreign, keep y'all head up, okay?
That's
why I make these videos, to uplift us, okay? While they rejoicing in deportation efforts and all of that, they're facing the highest eviction rates that they've ever faced.
Now, I want you to understand that this woman who is apparently of Haitian descent is talking bad about black Americans. She is saying, y'all ain't facing the highest eviction rate. Sounding like you were redneck, goddamn North Carolina. Where'd you get that goddamn accent from? Where'd you get that accent? She talking about us. This is and we just not supposed to say anything back, and you just up here talking reckless. No respect. What if I came to your little dirty little country and started talking bad about you over there and telling y'all need to get these water pipes fixed around here? That's what you need to do, so your children won't be down there catching tuberculosis and all these waterborne disease, man. Septum ring. Go ahead and they're just disrespectful. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, I've never had a problem with foreign folk. I've never had a problem with Latinos, but I do have a problem with the disrespect that you direct towards black people. See, and here's another thing. Let me just side note. I noticed they always come over here and say, well, we are doing better than black Americans. What black Americans are you comparing yourself to? You're not comparing yourself to black Americans who are upper middle class, who are elite. You compare yourself to the brothers and sisters over in the projects. You're supposed to do better than them. You understand me? Why you always compare yourself to the brothers and sisters that you're barely making it for whatever reason, who are subject and who are having to deal with this systematic oppression that we've been doing? Why you always do? Why you picking on my people like that? You understand? Leave my little brothers and sisters alone. You don't know what that people have had to deal with, but go ahead, keep going, septum ring lady.
The only way that they can have a fair chance is to hope that we get deported, because we came to this country, we did what needed to be done, and we made the best out of the efforts and the benefits that they ignored. They were born here and they weren't ahead of us.
They were born here. You see this woman, shout out to David Johnson, the asshole, the first person to contribute to the stupid chat. I mean, look, you see why I had to come on the internet and talk tonight? I'm going to be on. I'm going to be doing this all week.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D.
People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D.
Yeah, that was a lot to unpack, right? Lot to unpack, and I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to jump right into the horse race, the pocket stables. I hope y'all enjoyed that little homage or whatever I want to call it. Key points that I do want to point out though. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama was clearly talking about immigration, helping the immigrants, giving a little bit of our, what we put into the system to the immigrants. And we have been we've been explaining, hey, that's really hurting our families. It's an attack on the family, right? When when Obama was on her show recently, that was the one that broke the horse's back. Like him being like he's still the alpha, like he's still in charge, but I'm going to cross my legs and be a little less masculine to negotiate to make it work. Why the boys need someone gay to be the in their lives, to be able to explain to the child, to be able to check him with his relationship with his father. Right? Like, nah, nigga. Yo, major violation, bro. Major violation. Right? Major violation. Still offended by that. The Lord is not slow in doing what he promised. The way some people understand slowness. Patience is a virtue. Diligence is a virtue. The anti-virtue for patience is wrath. It's angry. It's not working fast enough. You're not drinking hard enough. The anti-virtue for diligence is that sloth? Now I forgot. Yeah, it might be sloth. procrastination. Yeah. They love to be telling you someone like they, you know what I mean? Jesus, you're not coming fast enough. Christians killing me with that. They can't wait for Jesus to come back. Just knowing they guaranteed, right? And yet they the ones that's doing all this sinning. Wow. It's amazing to me. Right? That's why I say love God, respect Lord, seek wisdom. Right? Sabbath day today. Oh yeah, it is the Sabbath. Today is Sunday, right? So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Let me play this video. In my 30 minutes, I'm on 30 exactly, so I'm gonna play the video and then we'll take care of other things, you know. Oh, wrong button. This is the one. Oh, it's this one here. So this is Pocket Stables. It's a cute little game. It's available on most devices. I'm not really prepared for all the details of the software. I'm you know, just doing a quick review and doing a horse racing simulation to, you know, try to sell different ideas to people to follow my page and hit the like button and subscribe and share. So we're about to go on a race, and y'all seen the odds already. And my horse is Plucky North. Not too confident about this race right here. That's why you see the odds are what they are. But I feel as though we might have a good chance. I have a pretty good jockey in Pony Dogswood on there, you know. It's a girl. It's not a boy, right? She's about to put her thing in and take it to another level. All right, so we're gonna, you know, load up and take the bus ride out there to Featherstone Downs, and I'm gonna do my best to be a what is it called, you know, an announcer or something. Hello, fans! Racing 6 horses will be compete here at the Featherstone Downs and a gate of St. Jackal. You know, all right, I'm trying to be as fast as I can. You know, my vision ain't as great as it used to be. The gate westerly and James Jails and Frederick Jails, and gate 3 is Looper and right, and all that good stuff, right? And oh, it's only 3. Oh no. Okay, here's my horse, and my stamina and stuff goes up a little bit, and all or nothing. Okay, that might be my stiffest competition, and DeCapris. So we want to check it out, and you know what I mean, and try to do our best today to win the race. So there it is, right? And they are off, and Plucky's not doing too good. Come on, Plucky, pick it up. All right, now you good. Now you in 4th, Plucky. Keep going, Plucky. Keep going, Plucky. We got all our money riding on Plucky. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen the odds? You mean? I hope y'all put some money on my horse. You know what I mean? Coming around that final bend. Come on, Plucky. You can do it at the end there. Oh yeah, I really do like. I did like you. No, I didn't like your odds today. Come on, Plucky. Oh, they slowing down, so Plucky might have a chance. He's going into the final stretch, I think. And come on, Plucky, turn it on. I told y'all Plucky was gonna win today. I told y'all, right? And there it is, right? Plucky, Jackal, the Price, Looper, all or nothing, and Westerly. So yeah, I'm planning on doing, you know, things like this, and it's not random. It's what I put into the horse and things of that nature. And like I said, it's a game that's available on your phone, and you know, if you just want to raise horses and go through horse racing and stuff like that, I'm gonna try to make a little live action, like, you know, not betting for real money transaction computers out there that's trying to stop us from, you know, just doing cute little things like this. And I hope y'all enjoyed this right here. And I'm gonna turn the microphone back over to myself and whatever portion of the video that I'm doing right now. Peace. And I hope y'all enjoyed today's program. You know, I stayed with the same. What I got to the left? Well, we'll do that, you know, cause I need some side rails for my OLED. Apparently they raised the price So economy's actually probably doing good. I can't afford no new handrails either. So, but I need some new Joy-Cons. My Joy-Cons I got like eight different pair that, you know, he's a teenager. They rough hands, you know. They kids. They got rough hands. So and they know it. And Nintendo knows it. These kids, you know, that's why I was trying to push, hey, the little minis is for the little kids. I think they might even raise the price on those too, and that'd be a sin. Nintendo, y'all gotta do better than that, you know. But you know, it is what it is, though. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna continue to work together. We want to stop fighting over land, language, and law. This is our land. American is our language. It's English and language arts, yes, but we'll get more into the mathematics of that and how they have to stop these lawyers. We have to stop these lawyers from taking that concept and doing very, very bad illegal things to change the law. The law, of course, love God, respect Lord, seek wisdom. Just deal with the first three for now. We'll get to the other ones. Live life, peace and happiness. It'll come. It'll come one day soon, you know. But and we'll talk more about those things as well. This has been another classic masterpiece or whatever, you know, modulus, volothamp, Chucky Volo, biblical ideologies and all that good stuff. Colloquial rhetoric, I find that offensive. I'm smarter than that. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed this little program and presentation. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I might do another one later on today if I can find 30 minutes to do it. I had fun doing this one, and I hope to see y'all again soon. And yeah, my last two Superman videos, they did over 1,000 views. So I think I'm gonna do another Superman video this week and see if I can get a third 1,000 view video on YouTube. That'll be a classic thing too. So, but love God, our Father, all the time. Hip hop life, love one. That's God is love. Hip hop is life. Time is holy. Money is nothing more than a fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist, because economics, I'm hating that word, is making the most out of life. And y'all know about that life, right? That's hip hop. Peace.